So if by any means the scholarship for this year has closed, I don't think you should beat yourself about it. The year is almost over, which means a new application would be starting. A new portal will be open for new application, probably beginning of next year or mid next year, roughly between January to probably May. I think now is the time for you to gather your documents. Yeah. Gather your documents, everything you need. If you don't have a passport, now should be the time you should start getting your passport ready. Start reading about universities, your course, the requirement. Just make your inquiries, read about the weather and everything. That reminds me, somebody asked me to make a video on the weather so that people know where to stay. I'm not so familiar with so many places. I can only tell you about South India. South India is really hot, and my place is very humid. So it's as hot as you wouldn't want to put on, you wouldn't want to rub cream. Yeah, apply cream on your skin. However, if you do not apply cream on your skin, you start looking whitish. Or maybe when you place your skin like this, see, you now have a mark on your body. Yeah, so that's how this weather is. Even it barely rains. When it rains, it comes with insects sometimes. At least since we moved to this place, that's what we've been experiencing. I didn't experience it in my previous hostel. But so when it rains, you think it will be cold. However, it's not so cold. Yeah, it's not so cold as you would expect as we get in Africa. Coming here, I just realized that Africa is actually a cold country. Please, it's very cold. But here you don't get that. You don't really get that option. It's usually really hot. The only thing is that it moves from hot to hotter and then to hottest. That's just it. Yeah, and you don't get much rain here in Chennai. I don't know of the whole of Tamil Nadu, but in Chennai you don't get much rain. Nah, it doesn't. It's not a situation of when it rains it pours and all that. Nah. Or thundering storms. You do get, but you can't. I'm just trying to say you can't compare it to. I lived in Lagos, so you can't compare it to what we have there. So that I can tell you for free. Yet there are other places in India that are actually cold. Yeah, there are other places. So it's better for you to read online. I don't want to give you false information. And since there is a pandemic, I cannot move. I would have gone to see. There are people who have been here for years. They would be in the best position to answer that question. However, I can't really move. I have to be careful, right? Right. So that's it. It's better if you read online because I think just search about the place, weather condition, and you would see that. I think if you search about Chennai, you will see that Chennai is hot and humid. So if you check other places here, you would get it. So that's just it. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Chiamaka Okebu. I know it's been a while I did my regular videos. Well, here I am. If this is your first time seeing my face, hey, hello, what's up? And if you're a returning subscriber or you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for sticking with me on this journey. So in today's video, I am going to be responding to questions about the ICCR scholarship. So there have been so many questions, mail, WhatsApp, Instagram, YouTube. And I just collated some of these questions and I'll be responding to them. So let's quickly get into this video. So the first question is ICCR still receiving applications? I think the last date was 30th of May, which was extended to 27th of, no, which was extended to 7th of June, thereabout. I do not think they are still receiving applications. However, do not take my word to the bank because I might be wrong. So what I would advise is check with your embassy because different embassies has different dates. Because in as much as you're filling the form online, right, your embassy has like a scheduled period. Yeah, they have their own dates. The date you're seeing on the website is for embassies to forward applications. Yes, so that's the way the whole ICCR stuff works. Confirm from your embassy. However, I do not think they are still receiving applications. Okay, what does application submitted mean? It simply means that you've submitted, it's been probably forwarded to the university. You should be expecting a response, however the case may be. Is admission guarantee of scholarship? No. So the school might reach out to you via email saying, oh, you're welcome, you've gotten the scholarship. They might give you provisional admission directly, yeah. However, it's not a guarantee of scholarship. This is the way ICCR scholarship works. The school gives you admission and notifies the embassy at Delhi. The embassy at Delhi notifies the your high commission. So when you see the mail, you see that it's a forwarded mail when they give you the admission. So if you have been granted admission by the university, it doesn't guarantee that you get a scholarship. There are people who have gotten admission from the university and they still did not get a scholarship. Yeah, scholarship is based on your embassy. Your embassy is the one that decides. The school doesn't decide if you get the admission. The embassy has that call. They are the one who forward the names of those they would like to sponsor for the scholarship. So if you are expecting ICCR, if you're an applicant, an ICCR prospective scholar, the notification you should be waiting for is the one from the Indian Council for Cultural Relations. However, everything you get is a step towards the right direction, right? Because the school has to give you a scholarship before, the school has to give you admission before you get a scholarship. So it's all good. When would I be given admission? That differs. Like, that really does differs. Different schools with their different academic calendar, and you realize that we're not living in the normal times. Things are so different right now. I think most schools are having their classes online, so it's quite difficult to say when you'll be given admission. So it all depends on the school's calendar. Take, for instance, I applied in January 2019, I guess, and I got my admission in July. That's when I got notification of my admission in July, of scholarship actually in July, because the school didn't reach out to me directly. I got my notification from the embassy, yeah. So meanwhile, someone applied with me in January and got his notification in June, I guess, or May. Meanwhile, someone also applied with us, and as early as April, the university had already reached out to her, but she hadn't gotten the admission yet. But the school had reached out to her. So it all depends. That varies. You can't say. All I can say is when you apply, pray and keep watch. They can call you at any time. And you can follow up with your university. You could make calls. I called all the universities I applied to. That's how I realized that I applied to Hyderabad. I realized that year Hyderabad wasn't taking international students for their MBA for that year. I called my department here at Anna University. They were the ones who informed me that they had accepted me and forwarded my name to the Indian Council in Delhi. I don't know if I called Indian Council. Yeah, that's how I did mine. I don't know. So it's left for you. It depends on the university. Everybody differs. There is no one time. All ICCR students would not come at the same time, okay? People are going to be coming in at different times. I'm in the same school as there are students who came for their PG here in Anna University. My roommate, I think, came in August. I came in September. Someone else came in October. So it really differs. You can even be in the same class with somebody and you guys wouldn't come at the same time. You get your notification at different times. So watch and pray. Would I have to write exams or do interviews? So that depends on your course and your institution. So if you're applying for, if you're going for an MBA program, you know you have to write GMAT, depending on the institution. Not all require that, yeah. Then if you're going for, I think IITs, you have to write their JE exams, yeah. If you're going for BTech in IITs, you have to write JEE exams. I think so. You have to, so that's what I said in my previous videos. You actually have to confirm these things on the university's website. You have to know what the requirements are, eligibility, what does it require for the course. Then for some universities, you would be interviewed. Like they will send you an email and schedule a date for the interview. That's how it works. I think basically that's it. It differs. This thing is just like university anyway. It differs from school to school, from university to university. This interview sometimes is about the project you've done or the course you've picked. Why did you pick the course? Why did you pick the school? Like it's totally different. The interview questions are different. All you need to do is be on the lookout to know if your university, if there is an email, they will communicate to you. They will not, I don't know, like they will communicate to you. That's just, that's for a fact. You'll be communicated to and you prepare accordingly. For those who are doing their PhD and MPhil, yeah, they would definitely reach out to you if they require anything, maybe an extra document, as the case may be, or they need to verify some of your documents, or you need to undergo an interview, whatever the case may be, you'll be communicated to. Point. Yep. Can I benefit from the scholarship twice? Yes, you absolutely can. However, there is a tweak to it. See, the thing is, you can benefit twice, but as usual, they would focus on those that have not benefited from the scholarship at all, right? That would be the focus. So if you've benefited before, you have less chances of being picked for the scholarship again. More attention will be given to those who have not benefited, because that's the idea of the scholarship. Imagine if it's been circulated amongst the same persons, yeah? But you can try your luck. The application is totally free. So if there is a chance for you to benefit, then why not try? How do I know if the school has given me admission? They would communicate to you via email, yeah? That is how you would know if the school has given you admission. The school will communicate to you via email. Another way you could know, like I said, is you could contact the university. The thing with schools in India here, and generally in more developed countries, is that when you go to the website, like for instance my faculty, my department has a website sort of its own, and when you go there, I can see the contact of everybody, the HOD, lecturers and all that. So you could either send them an email. However, I would recommend that you make a phone call. It's an international call. It wouldn't take time. And be strategic when calling them. If you call them and they're at lunch or they're about to go for lunch, they'll ask you to call back. If you call them too early in the morning, they will ask you to call back. So I think the best time for you to call them would be 11:30 to 12. That is like the time, because if you sometimes call them earlier than that, they'll tell you they're just having breakfast. They'll call you back. Or if you call them around 2, they've gone for lunch. If you call them after that, they've closed. Yeah. So just place a call across. Even if they tell you to call back, I think it's okay. At least you know, okay, I can call back in the next 1 hour. Yeah. So that's it. That is how you know if school has given you admission. You either call to confirm yourself, or they send you an email, or you would never know until ICCR grants you a scholarship. Yeah. If I hadn't called, I wouldn't know, because the school didn't reach out to me. ICCR reached out to me directly that, oh, you've been offered admission, yeah, you're from this and this university. So, okay, moving on. I have acceptance from 2 universities. Can I decide which to pick? Okay, so let's take, for instance, your portal has been updated to admitted, or 2 universities send you a message or send you admission, like they sent you an email that you've been granted admission. Can you decide which university to pick? I don't know if the game has changed or if the rule has changed. However, according to ICCR, whichever school picks you first, that is the school you're going to get. Yeah, I don't think you have an option of making a choice. Yeah. So here's the thing, whichever school picks you first, remember, admission is not the same as scholarship. ICCR then decides which to send to you. And you have to confirm, like you have to accept the admission. It's not like you have a choice of rejecting the admission to pick another one. I don't know if you get the gist. I don't think you can reject the admission and tell them you want this university. I don't think you have that option. So yeah, that's it. But I think you should be glad actually, because you picked the universities and they're offering you admission. Except you didn't make inquiries very well into the universities and what to expect and what not to. However, you do not have the option of picking which universities you would like to attend is when you are applying. I think right now you have 5 choices. Out of the 5 choices, whoever gives you the admission first, ICCR reserves the right to give you admission into, let's just say, their university of choice from the one that has admitted you. So to just say, you cannot specifically tell ICCR, sponsor me at this university. No. You could try though. I don't know. When would we travel to India? I do not know. The school would inform ICCR of the admission and your resumption date, and ICCR would inform your last day for resumption, and ICCR will send an email with your last date of resumption, your admission and everything to the embassy, who would also send to you. Then your embassy would decide when you would travel. If you're in Nigeria, you most likely would want to sort of call and push them to fast track the process, because sometimes they can book your flight today and ask you to fly in 2 days, or they've even done to somebody and said fly tomorrow. Yeah, but the thing is, right now there is a pandemic. Most courses are not physical, right? They're more virtual. So you coming to India, I do not know. And right now India is a red zone, although things are beginning to open up, but you're most likely going to join virtually before you join physically. So as to when you would travel, that all depends on if your school is having physical classes or virtual classes, and it depends on your embassy, because I think they will want to think about your safety first. Yeah, so that's that. There is no change in my application. What does it mean? When you say no change, I don't know, you mean on the portal? I think you should be more concerned about receiving an email than you should be about the portal, because some people's this thing on the portal would never change. It remains the same. However, they will still get the admission. Yes. So I don't know. So if you ask me what you should do, I think you should just be calm. Yeah, I think you should be calm. Be calm about it. If you have anything, like I said, feel free to call the university directly and find out what is happening. Yep. How hard is it to get accepted by the university? Getting accepted by the university is a very relative and subjective thing, because if I pick somewhere like DTU or Delhi University or the IITs, IIM, getting accepted is not, those schools are highly competitive, even for Indians. Yes, they are highly competitive, so it's an open thing. Meanwhile, there are some schools you would pick and your acceptance is almost guaranteed. Yeah. There are schools who have a lot of foreigners and are really willing to take in more foreigners. So that's just it. There are some schools with more relaxed, what? English. There are some schools with more relaxed eligibility and requirements, right? So it's easier to get into those schools than others. However, remember, admission is not sure guarantee of scholarship, right? So I think if you have 5 options, you should mix up your options, like make a blend of universities that would support that would help to get the admission and then the scholarship. So to say how hard it is to get accepted by university, very, very subjective, very, very subjective. It all depends on the university. Some schools are difficult, some schools aren't so difficult. Yeah. Can ICCR students reapply? I think I've answered that. Yes, you can, but your chances are slimmer. More attention will be given to those who are not beneficiaries, those who have not benefited from the scholarship before. Can I edit my application once submitted? No, I don't think you have the option of editing your application once submitted. However, sometimes the school might ask you to re-upload a particular document. Probably it's not clear or they need an additional document. I think at that point in time, you should be able to. However, I did not get the notification to ever re-upload a document or edit something in my profile, so I may not be so correct, but I don't think you can just edit, so be careful when you're filling the application. I think these questions are for whether now or you're applying months later, right? Because I don't know. Okay, do I need to submit hard copy to the embassy? I would say check with your embassy. If you're in Nigeria, there was a time you needed to. When I applied, and probably last year, but for this year I don't know how it is because of the pandemic. So what I would advise is check with your embassy. This thing differs from embassy to embassy. In some countries you would need to write a test. Yes, your embassy would require you to write a test. So I don't know, check with your embassy. That's the best advice I can give to you for now. How much is medical insurance? Okay, ICCR doesn't support students again when it comes to medical insurance. They do not cover medical insurance. So right now you have to cover your insurance for yourself. Insurance, the range for insurance is it's large, and there's so many things to consider because it depends on how much coverage you want. How old are you? Yeah, I think my insurance was around 4,000 or 35. I can't even remember anymore. Yeah, so that's it. That was around the range. So ICCR doesn't cover it for you, and be careful when you come to your university and your college is giving you insurance cover. Be careful also, because while that may apply, you might be asked to pay later. I think some students are facing that problem right now. The university is asking them to refund the money. Meanwhile, they were given for free. We don't know what's going on, but that's, by the way, you pay for your insurance yourself, and it's around, I think it starts from, let's just say it starts from 2,500. So if you're in Nigeria, multiply by 6.3, by 6, by 5, depends on your conversion. So that's it, and it covers you for around 5 lakhs. Yeah, but then what you're actually paying is 2,500 or 3,000 rupees. So that's roughly around how much thousand? So yeah, it's not so expensive. Roughly around 20k, like that. Okay, how much do I need to bring to India? So the scholarship requires you to bring a certain amount of money when you're coming to India. I think that is around 35,000 Indian rupees. I don't know if it has increased, but I don't think so. It's around 35,000 Indian rupees. Yep, that's what you're required to bring to India. However, nobody checks to make sure, unlike maybe some other situations where you have to do proof of funds and all that. Nobody checks actually, but you need the money, because when you come, ICCR might not pay you immediately. In fact, they wouldn't pay you immediately. You will be lucky if you get your money within 1 month. Sometimes it could be as 2 months, 3 months. However, they would prorate and pay you. Yeah, so that's that. You most likely wouldn't be paid immediately, and when you come, you need to pay for your insurance already, which is already like how much? 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, you need that already. You'll be making photocopies, printing, normal school registration. You need to do your SIM card, buy a SIM card, register it. All those things require money. You need to stay connected to the internet. Yeah, you can see already that we're beginning to calculate many, and never forget, I may even be forgetting something really important. So is ICCR a fully funded scholarship? Of course, ICCR is a fully funded scholarship. Everything is paid for. Your visa is free. Your travel expenses, that's the flight, is free. So you have to fly to and fro. So when you're coming, they pay for it. And when you're going back, they pay for it also. Your hostel fees, accommodation is free because they pay. Or let me just say sponsored, because when I say it's free, it's like what ICCR doesn't cover would be food. They don't pay directly for your mess charges. So when you say mess in India, we simply mean your hostel, this thing, dining, or maybe canteen. Yes. However, ICCR also pays you stipend for the month, every month, and believe me, it's a whole lot of money, right? Let me not say it's a whole lot. It is a lot of money. At least it will be able to feed you and pay for your expenses. Yeah. Okay, so someone asked a question. I think he has gotten the scholarship and he would like to know if he can travel. He's from Indonesia. So Santria, I don't know if I got your name right, Santria, but your question isn't so clear, so I will try answering your question to the end. So you've gotten the scholarship and you want to travel. You cannot travel if your embassy doesn't book a flight for you. Your embassy has to book the flight for you. So I don't know what you mean by the flights in my country to India is closed now. I can't travel to India. What should I do? You traveling to India is not in your hands. It's in the hands of the embassy. What you can do is to reach out to your embassy. If the school is asking, probably on your letter, they put a particular date for you to resume. What you can do is to communicate with your embassy and find out if they're going to book a flight for you to India. Is your classes online, confirmed from your university? If it is online, contact your embassy and find a way to resume. That's the way you can walk around it right now, because you waiting on your embassy or you trying to come to India. You can't come to India on your own. Do you have a visa for you to come to India? Those are the things you consider. So that is why I said I do not get your question per se, All right, guys, so that's all I have for this segment. If you have any other question, please leave it in the comment section and I will do my best to try to answer. If you want me to do another video on things you need to bring to India, which I might just do let me know in the comment section. What other videos would you like to see? Let me know in the comment section. Also, if you're not subscribed to my channel, I am pleading with you at this moment, please do help a girl subscribe. I know I've been helpful and I put in a lot of work to do this. The one way you could encourage me is to give my video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. Subscribe to my channel and leave a comment in the comment section. This helps with the algorithm for others to also see and for me to grow. Yeah, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now, guys. Bye.